crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, we can find your way, babe. Your way, babe. We can find your way. Yeah, take a look around you, we can find your way, babe. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, on it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on. And they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk. And move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Yeah, talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Chairs, so I can sit comfortably.
I'm gonna use this chair.
Do you know how many doctors I have for my fucking disabilities?
Not enough, probably.
They're a tag team now.
Go fuck yourself.
Now, I guess this is therapy.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Full Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 25 Hundo and 63 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on? Beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes. It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Everson K2 Flexing, and all you Welcome, fam. Come one, come all. Happy Saturday, May the 13th. We are fresh off an overtime yesterday. Now available in Swole TV for members. We have a brand new Driving While Gaining. Rest in peace, Mother's Day. Now you have people calling it Parents' Day, which it's not. It's Mother's Day because a mother is a female that has had a child. So that's what a mother is, in case you needed some logic and common sense today. So it's not Parents' Day tomorrow. It's Mother's Day. And much love to all the mamas out there, the swole sluts, the mother swole sluts. I mean, of course, you could be a male swole slut, but rest in peace, Mother's Day. Go and check out the brand new Drive While Gaining for members only inside Swole TV. Also, tomorrow we have the Sunday Fun Day Q&A-ness. We'll do that a little bit earlier in the day, like this time, maybe a little bit earlier. So tomorrow, Sunday the 14th, submit your questions over there at askpapaswolio.com to get your questions in time. And of course, Monday, May 15th at 12 noon Eastern time, we have our world famous accountability meeting, live call for members. So the episode will be private. Join the fam today. SwoleNormusX.com. That's what we have going on. Now let's bust the nut open and get today's party started. Happy Swole Slut Saturday, everyone. Hit the thumbs up button and check all the links down below for all the information on everything I just said. Join the fam over at SwoleNormusX.com and be there for all the amazing shit we have going on this month. It's a big month. Let's get it started. Where are my swole sluts at? Where are my swole sluts at? It's Swole Slut Saturday, everyone. Drop it in the comments down below. Triple S, hashtag SSS for a chance to win today's swole card. We'll give that out we'll give that away at the end of today's episode. It is Swole Slut Saturday. After all, now let's moisturize and get into that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Yeah. It's not cold outside. It's actually hot as fuck. So it's really, 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 really hot. It was taking a lot out of me training at this time of year. It's really hard training outside in Florida in the sun around midday in the summer. It's so hot. But what I did yesterday, what I really enjoyed, and that's going to be the theme of this summer, if I am training during the heat of the day and I'm using some of the equipment and machines and stuff outside, because I was doing some hack squats on plats yesterday. I was doing some Nordic curls outside. I was doing a bunch of stuff outside, is jumping into the cold plunge first. We've talked about doing cold before exercise or lifting weights, but it's awesome. I just jumped in for a minute and then it just brings my body temperature down. So then I can train and get a lot more longevity. So I recommend if you're doing training outside, maybe take a cold shower right before you start training. It's a great way to warm up. Once you start warming up, it definitely allowed me to push harder and go farther and it was great. It worked out fantastic. So try that. If you're going to be doing stuff outside, take a cold shower or jump in an ice bath if you have one, and do that before you lift weights and stuff like that. Helped a lot. Helped a lot. All right, let's get into the first Swole Fam post. Little knowledge cock.
What's in the box?
Little knowledge cock in the just the tip portion. Our first Swole Fam post from Eric today. Hello, my name is Eric. Excited to be with the greatest fam there ever has been. He knows already. A little about me. I'm 22, 5 foot 10 inches, 160 pounds. Excited to no longer be a Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Even more excited to crush the 7 pillars every day. Eric, welcome to the fam. 22, 5'10", 160. Time to get that weight up. All right, time to put on some muscle. Good for you. Good for you. Time to pack on some fucking size. Welcome to the fam, Eric. And you're absolutely right. You know us so well. It is the greatest fam in the realm. And we have one more post here from Joanne. And Joanne writes, so I'm fasting during the day and have a 4-hour eating window. This is definitely putting me in a calorie deficit. I can feel it, and I'm sure I've lost size, but I haven't measured yet. For the most part, it's going well. I eat well in my 4-hour period. Only the foods I know are good for me, no garbage. And I'm eating till I'm well full, so I'm not starving. But I'm regularly getting a headache during the day. I can't pinpoint anything else that has changed that might be causing it. All my other habits seem to be consistent. I'm not dehydrated. I have electrolytes every morning and drink a lot of water throughout the day. Has anyone else had headaches while fasting or while the body is burning fat reserves for energy? I know headaches is a symptom of everything, really. I'm just trying to work out if it's likely related to the recent changes. If you noticed it coming out of something that you're doing with a recent change, it could likely be part of the recent change. I don't have anything right off the bat that's catching my attention. Maybe I'm missing something or I didn't read that clearly enough. So you're fasting, you have a 4-hour eating window. That means you're eating once a day. So don't think that 4-hour eating window is really OMAD, one meal a day. You're eating, a meal counts as like a 2-3 hour span. It's not like you're eating for half an hour and okay, that's a half an hour eating window because you're digesting, it's in your stomach has to clear. So it's going to be pretty much one meal a day. One of the things that if you play around with longer periods of fasting, I posted a video on TikTok about intermittent fasting and, I think it went on Facebook. I think it also went on Instagram and it was the quote, it was a training video. It was a training video with the audio overlay, and it was talking about the magical hour of 2. And people are saying, well, this guy's know what he's talking about. Intermittent fasting is great for autophagy and stuff like that. It's actually not. You're not getting cellular breakdown. You're not getting autophagy if you're skipping breakfast. So I said intermittent fasting. If you're doing a 36 or 48 hour fast or something like that, there are definitely benefits from doing actual fasting. Eating from 12 or 2 to 8 o'clock, that's not fasting. That's just not stuffing your face all fucking day. So if you want benefits or anything from actual fasting, then you have to actually fast. You can't just skip a meal. Oh, you haven't binge eaten all day. Whoa, now you're fasting. This is the bullshit that people tell themselves to make themselves feel like they're doing more than they actually are. What matters is your caloric intake. What matters is the quality of your food. That's what matters. The food quality matters. Your sleep matters. And if you're doing these types of longer periods of fasting, X, Y, and Z, and your sleep quality is terrible as a result of it, then don't do it. Okay? There is a hierarchy of things that are more important than other things. And making sure they're getting quality deep sleep, if that means that you're eating 2 meals a day or 3 meals a day or whatever it is, then do that. Make sure that you're getting quality sleep. Now, when you're changing habits and your body is shifting into different resources and exposing itself to different habits, there can be a growth or adaptation period. There's going to be. So you might feel a little bit uncomfortable. You might feel a little bit weird. You might feel a little bit funky when you're shifting from one nutritional protocol, or you've usually trained in the evening and now you're training in the morning. You're going to feel a little rough around the edges when you first start changing certain habits like that. So let's see. So calorie deficit, and the real most important thing from intermittent fasting, quote unquote, or a time restricted eating window is that in general, people are going to stop overeating. In general, because you have less time to stuff your fat face. So that's the quote magic or miracle or the effectiveness of intermittent fasting. You're not eating all day, so you have less time to eat, so you're less likely to overeat. But if you're still eating garbage foods, you could definitely overeat when you're intermittent fasting. You could still binge eat and overconsume garbage if you're eating from 2 to 8 or 2 to 6. Okay, so it's very important that you're eating quality food. That way, you're even less likely to overeat. So that's important. Okay. Oftentimes, too, people restrict their eating and they get so fucking hungry, and they get so hungry because they're not really getting nutrient dense food. So they get more cravings and they actually binge eat or they overconsume and they just, they slingshot into terrible habits. So headache during the day, maybe you need more electrolytes. You said you have some every morning. Maybe it's not enough. I don't know when your headaches happen. That's important too. When your headaches actually occur. So you might actually not have enough electrolytes. I don't know what you're eating, so I couldn't tell you. You say you're eating well. I don't know what that means. So a lot of people, I always talk about this. For every person that tells me that they're eating well, I usually find tons of loopholes there. So what are you eating, Joanne? That's very important. So you could be in too much of an extreme calorie deficit. There's that as well. So we don't have all the information, so can't really tell you exactly. But eating well is not descriptive enough. And you might need more electrolytes. When are you training? What's your sleep habits? What time are you eating? When is your eating window? When does your headache start? There are a lot of times when people do keto or they go carnivore or they do an elimination diet. Sometimes people feel great right away. Sometimes people feel drained because you're doing a lot of withdrawal. When you're cutting out processed sugar, when you're cutting out caffeine, or when you're cutting out vegetable oils, it's withdrawal. These are addictions. So you'll have a lot of withdrawal-like symptoms, like any kind of drug addiction. So anyway, keto flu is very common too. So when people go carnivore, some people get diarrhea for a week or two. If you cut out all carbohydrates, sometimes people can get headaches or runny nose and things like that when they're shifting energy substrates. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, if you have live questions, drop in the comments, hashtag #AskPapaSwolio. Let's get into a couple responses to one of the more recent emails, and we'll take some more comments after we get into a couple of these. Make email swoleagain.com. If you want to get on the mailing list, please head on over there and subscribe to the email list. And we send out emails almost every single day. So if you love the Knowledge Cock, spit on your inbox and receive the Knowledge Cock in your email. How many of you like reading emails? Probably not. A lot of times you're not getting good emails, or emails are junk, or they're bills or notifications, or it's work. So now you're going to have something to look forward to when you open that inbox. Make email swoleagain.com, get the Knowledge Cock in your inbox, and enjoy. All right, let's get a couple responses to some this past week. Let's do the one from a day or two ago. This is from Sebastian, and this one's from, I think, 2 days ago. The email title, I didn't lift today. And Sebastian writes, thank you so much, Papa Swolio, for the email. To be honest, I have neglected all my life the recovery part of my workouts. I thought I was almighty until one day bench pressing 100 kilos, my right shoulder almost fell out of the socket. Then I came across your website and realized how far behind I was on the 7 pillars and an actual healthy and complete lifestyle. I used to think that if I didn't lift, then I wasn't doing anything, especially heavy lifting, and I was so wrong. The brain gain, Swolga mobility, and the community have been a game changer for me. Thank you for the amazing content of your website and the effort you put every single day to educate, inspire, and raise awareness from people around the world. Thank you, Sebastian. Really nice words. Appreciate it. Humbled to have you in the Swole fam, and thank you for letting me know what's up. Always an important topic. I talk about this a lot too with my history. Many people go through this phase. If you don't feel sore, if you're not currently training that day, you feel like you're losing your gains. So when you first start training, you're sore, you're tight. If you're not in the gym lifting, if you take one day off, how many of you, drop in the comments, the live chat, how many of you remember the time When if you didn't work out, my gains are disappearing. My gains are disappearing. I used to be like that too. If I wasn't sore, if I wasn't training, then I was losing. And of course, we know now, we discuss it's more common sense. I shouldn't say it's common sense. It's common sense for us, but recovery is everything. Recovery is when you're building. Recovery is when you're making progress. So it's very important to have active recovery. I'm not saying rest days. I'm saying active recovery. There might be some days when you really don't do a lot of physical movement, but you still do something. Maybe you're really sore, you're really worn down. Doesn't mean you can't foam roll. Doesn't mean you can't sauna or cold plunge or do a little stretching, right? Do it. Stay consistent. It doesn't mean you have to go and do a weighted mobility workout. It can just be some body weight stuff. Get moving. There's something that you can do. There's something that you should be doing. Don't just lay around all day. Do a little something, even if it's a little bit. Get it done every day. Check that pillar off. So I was like that as well. And like I always say, the reason why I push yoga so much and the 7 pillars is these are the things I wish I knew when I started. This is the lowest common denominator. These are the things that throughout my entire career, training myself, training thousands of people, educating trainers, teaching, doing live seminars and everything, my entire life, these are the 7 things that are the most important for people to get results. Everyone's 7 pillars are going to look a little bit different, but if you're not focusing on these things, you're lacking. If you're not focusing on these things, you have cracks in your foundation. There are areas that you can improve. Does that mean if you're not crushing one of those pillars that your life is going to be awful? I'm not saying that. Am I saying you're not going to have abs if you don't focus on mindfulness enough? I'm not saying that. But you'll have a better life. You will feel better. You will have an improved life if you focus on all of these areas. If you have abs, now you'll have abs and less stress. And you'll be in a state of more mind clarity, for example. Notice how 6-pack abs are not on the 7 pillars. Cerny, haven't signed up for the emails yet. Okay.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay. That's not something that we want to see here, Cerny. Might want to sign up for that. Matt the Great, the email list is fire. All right, let's just all talk about how great the email list is so we can make Cerny feel bad about herself. Michelle, finally an email worth reading. God damn it. Hell yeah. All right, fam. Is everyone here on the email list? Again, makeemailswoleagain.com. Links down below. All right, Matt says, for me, fasting is more than 24 hours. Or fasting more than 24 hours is more for mental gains. I understand the physical benefits. I just feel more mental clarity once I get over the 24-hour mark. Yeah, right on. Right on. I agree. Let's see. Tyler, did you recently hear about Nico Cotto losing his fat finally? No, I haven't. There's no way he's lost his fat in the last little bit of time. Is he trying to? He should. Do you think he'll be committed to keep it off and do better for himself? I don't care at this point. When you're that much of a grifter and just a disgusting person, I don't care. I'm not going to be like, that's so awesome. No, he doesn't. He does at this point. If he does it for himself, it'll be better for himself. But he's lost. I don't have respect for that individual. I don't care if he loses the weight or not. When you go to that extreme for views and attention, it's pathetic. It's gross. He needs to, but I don't care if he does. Do I think? I don't give a shit. We might talk about it at some point, but I mean, like, no, keep me posted. I don't care if he loses the weight. Grizzly, Papa Swolio, do you do front squats with the barbell? If so, what are some tips you can give me? I'm considering adding it to my leg routine on my light week. You should use it on your heavy week. Front squats are great. You could even elevate your heels with front squats. Crushes the quads. You get a lot more torque. You get a lot more pressure on the quads. Front squats are great. I think front squats are better. They're safer to do. They activate more of your spine in terms of your thoracic strength. They allow you to stay more upright. They're better for your lower back. They focus more on the quads. Most people don't have the ankle mobility to hit the quads when they're doing squats. Squats should be a quad-focused exercise, in my opinion. And in the GOAT, Tom Platz's opinion, it's a quad exercise. But if you want it to be a quad exercise, and here's the thing, a lot of times for squats, people don't call it a quad exercise because they don't have ankle mobility or knee mobility or hip mobility. So they lean forward too much, puts pressure on their back, and they might feel it more in their glutes because they're pretty much doing a good morning. They're very tight. So if you have good ankle mobility, a back squat can be more of a quad focus because you can get your knees further more or put your heels up. So do your front squats. And plus, if you don't have the wrist mobility or you're working on strengthening, elevating your heels will allow you to stay more upright and allow you to get your front squat more on point. I would add it to your leg routine for heavy days too, but start light. Front squats, you have to be super humbled. Drop the weight tremendously if you're not used to it. Front squats are great. Let's see here. Space Shuttle Door Gunner. Papa Swole while doing Bulgarian split squats. Ooh, Bulgarian slit squats. You forgot the P. The slit. Well, if you take away the P, then you have a slit, right?
Boys have a penis. Girls have a vagina.
I'm calling them Bulgarian slit squats from now on. Love my Bulgarian slits. Anyone ever had a Bulgarian slit before? Are Bulgarian women attractive? The Eastern European women. I will break you. It's like Ivan Drago at tits. Okay, I know he's Russian, but... if he dies, he dies. Okay, let's get back to it. While doing Bulgarian slit squats, I feel like I'm not getting proper activation. I'm not sure if it's depth or foot placement. I'm new to them, so my form is probably trash. Tips on improvement. Yeah, without seeing it, I can't tell you what you need to correct specifically, but your foot doesn't need to be high. It should only be like 6 or 8 inches off the ground. A lot of times people have poor ankle, knee, and hip mobility, so they use their lower backs. They put their feet up on a bench. That's stupid. That's way too high because then you're leaning forward and you're arching your back too much. So good form is if you put your foot back, you lean back on that heel and put your other leg forward and then rock forward, you're in good position. You might have a hard time framing that, but you can get into better position by not putting your back foot as high. You can adjust your front leg. That front leg, depending on how far your knee travels forward, it's going to be either more quad dominant or more hamstring glute dominant. So you can elevate your front heel too on a plate. So I would start with Bulgarians just by using maybe putting your feet up on 245s or something like that. Start with your back foot lower and keep your front heel down and try to drive your knee over your toes more so you can get a lot more quad activation. So really the distance of where you put your foot and how far your knee travels forward. If you get more knee flexion, it's more quad focused, period. Yeah, if you want to, you could post a video in the Telegram chat too, and members can take a look. Do you use dumbbells or a safety bar or a Smith machine? What do you use to do Bulgarians? When I do Bulgarians, I prefer doing one dumbbell. Let me see, how do I hold it? If I'm doing, you could do same side. You could do ipsilateral loading or you could do contralateral loading. So if you have your right foot in front, you could hold a dumbbell in your left hand or you can hold a dumbbell in your right hand. And you're going to find different activation based on where your body has to counterbalance. So if I have my right foot forward for the Bulgarian, I like holding a dumbbell in my left hand because I like it offsets my weight, it allows that front leg or that knee to drive further out, and you'll feel a lot in your gluteus medius and your vastus lateralis. It's a great offset. And when it comes to Bulgarians or any other exercise, remember the more stability, the more force you can produce through the movement. So if you have a lot of instability and you're wobbling, you're not going to be able to go as heavy because your body is focused more on, and you have a higher risk of injury. So when you're training hard, you're doing a movement like that, keep that in mind. The more risk, the less psychologically you can push to failure. You can push that hard because you're also worried about stabilization. So what you can do is if you have the dumbbell in your left hand, your right foot's in front, you can hold on to a bar, you can hold on to a dowel, you can hold on to, the wall, or you can have like the squat rack, you can put your hand on it. You don't want to help, you can help yourself up if you get stuck at the bottom, you could drop the dumbbell. So dumbbell Bulgarians are a great safe thing to do, because you can load one side, you can adjust based on a weaker side or bring up a lagging body part. It works on mobility. You can spot yourself with one hand. You could drop the dumbbell if you get stuck at the end. So it's much less dangerous than doing it with a barbell, where you have to, if you're in the rack, you have to have supports, or a Smith machine is safer too. In other words, there's a lot of different ways to do that safely. You can imagine how you can get stuck and, oh shit, how do I drop that weight back? Because your back foot's there. It's really, you can't just drop it like a regular squat. You can get trapped easily. So it also depends on how you're doing it. So if you're worried about your form and your foot placement and stuff like that, I would do a more stable movement. That way you can focus more on your form and go from there. All right, let's see. We have another email that we did. It's Friday, ... And Glenna responds, said, hell no, I ain't punching out. Went to the gym for 90 minutes. Good for you. And another response from Herpius Derpius. Of course, no excuse at all. I just returned from my night run after work. I like receiving emails like this. Thank you. You're welcome. Again, make sure you go to makeemailswoleagain.com and make your email swole again. Make it swole again. Space Shuttle. Using dumbbells, bench was too high. Thanks. Also switched to one dumbbell. I'm feeling more activation now. Nice. Nice. Good. Are you doing it currently? Like right now? It's like live. Good stuff. Yeah, the bench was too high. So I would drop it lower, 6 inches off the ground, stack a couple rubber plates or a few plates, or maybe have like a box, I don't know, whatever you have at your gym or home or wherever you're training. I think you'll find a lot more, and then you can adjust and tweak. Bulgarians are great. Fantastic. As you get more experience with training, squats are fantastic. The classic squats are great. I know Tom Platz, the legend, always says, squat. Fuck was that noise? Squats are the meat and potatoes, right? So to speak. Squats are the focus. But again, what I've been saying is the reason why I'm getting a lot more into machine type training and more controlled training is because if you're going at a very high intensity, there's more risk. The more stable you can make a movement, the more safe you can make a movement, the harder you can go. Because if you have in the back of your mind, oh shit, this is risky. If I move, I'm going to hurt myself. You're not going to go as hard. You can't push as much to failure. So the reason why I started acquiring certain machines, I'm looking to pick up a Smith machine for outside and doing these other, I like my Platz hack squat. I can push myself too much closer to absolute failure because the risk of getting injured is much, much lower than being under a free barbell squat. There's nothing wrong with a free barbell squat, but this is another reason why I like the front squat, because you can drop the bar. It's much safer going towards failure than a back squat is. That's why you want supports, you want a cage, you want to protect yourself, because if you do give out and you just can't make it up, boom, you don't kill yourself. People have blown out their knees and destroyed themselves. You want to make sure that you are limiting the chance of you getting hurt. And if you limit and reduce the chance of you getting hurt, which is called the risk, then you can push harder and you can train more intensely. And also, it seems the longevity is important. So again, the older you get and the more wear and tear you put on your body and the more longevity that you're looking for, the less these heavy free weights to failure make sense. They just make a lot less sense. Mobility is important. Being able to handle full range of motion is important, but that's why you do mobility training. That's why you do end range of motion training. It doesn't have to come under a max set of squats for 6 reps. That's not there's limited longevity after a while. After a point of you having X amount of strength, there's just diminishing returns. Unless it's your ego or it's your competitive lifter, then there's a different application. And longevity isn't your primary concern. You're trying to win a competition, that's different. But if you're lifting for your life, I'm not stepping on a stage. Most of you, if not any of you, are stepping on a stage. Some of you do powerlifting and strongman competitions. That's fine. That's different. But I'm telling you, if you're lifting for strength, for longevity, you want to look good, you want to feel good, you want to have mobility, do you have to do max sets of deadlifts? Do you have to do max sets of barbell squats? There are ways to push yourself to that intensity that do not come with that level of risk. And that's a little bit of a hit to the ego too, when you're like, I'm going to fucking lift heavy and, I want to free weights. There's nothing that replaces a barbell squat. Well, if you have that mentality, then you're much more likely to get hurt. And it's the kind of thing that doesn't bother you until you hurt yourself or you have a hernia or you fucking blow out your knee and then you can't do anything. And then you're looking back and thinking, shit, I wish I didn't do that. My experience with a lot of bodybuilders and powerlifters, my stepfather before he passed, like everyone had back pain or knee pain and stuff from wear and tear from just lifting heavy for way too fucking long. They're just better options. There are better options. I think everyone should be able to do a barbell squat properly. I think everyone should be able to do the exercise. You can still do it. You just don't have to go to absolute failure. It could be more of a warm-up. It could be more of a different application. But again, there's different ways to get that movement if you're trying to focus and stimulate the muscles, not the joints, and not have the same level of risk. When you're training for this long, as you get old, it's just at any point, you have to get your ego out of the way. And a lot of these exercises, there's a lot more technology, there's a lot more exercise and machines. They're better than they ever have been throughout history. So you can train these muscles to failure and or beyond much more safely than you could before. You go back 40 years, it was a barbell squat and a hack squat. That's it. It was barbell squats. So you had to do that shit. But at the same time, now there's so many different options to push your muscles with much less risk and much less, injury risk. The ego is gonna continue to hurt a lot of people. For example, I know I don't care if I can squat 400, 405. Have I before? Yes. Do I need to now? No. There's no point. There's no point in me squatting 400 fucking pounds. There isn't. I'd rather load up more weight and push to failure with doing a Bulgarian or doing a hack squat or doing a pendulum squat or doing front squats. And I'd rather do higher reps to failure because the failure is what, doing higher reps to failure, doing 15 or 20 reps on squats to failure is much more beneficial for the risk profile than doing, for example, like 5 reps. Just saying, there's a lot of different ways different applications, different opinions, but understand it's about the risk reward and getting your ego out of the way. Get your ego out of the way and then make the logical decision. Ray Lopez, Papa Solia, what are your thoughts on Joey Schwartz? I have no idea who that is. Alex, Papa Solia, your Kefir recommendation has been a game changer on my gut health. Nice. I haven't started making my own yet. Stuck with store brands. Any advice for what to look for or avoid when shopping? Lightly low pasteurized, low temp pasteurized. You want to get as grass-fed, grass-finished. Don't get anything with flavorings or honey and things like that because that'll change the bacterial profile. Honey's a natural antibiotic, so you don't want to add that to your kefir. Do the best that you can with that. Raw if you can find it. I don't even know what they have in stores now. I don't know what they're actually selling, what kefir products, because when I started having it, I was making my own, so I never look for it in a store. And I don't really go to supermarkets. I really don't. I order my food, and I don't go anywhere to get the food. Mama Soyo goes to Whole Foods and she'll make trips because she'll go to do yoga or when she comes back from work, but I don't go or we'll order it. Making your own is so easy. It's so easy. Let's take a call from Aaron. Aaron, you're on the line.
Hi, Papa Swole. I'm thinking about changing my training regimen from a push-pull combo and then legs to a push yoga, pull yoga, legs yoga as a type of training regimen to change for now. Because I have been thinking a lot about what you said about overtraining and not giving your body enough time to recover, because my push-pull legs combo that I've been doing, like integrating a push-pull together, I realize is probably too much. And so I think adding more mobility could be to my advantage. So what I want to know is, what are your thoughts on changing it up like that? I appreciate it. Thanks.
Sure. Go for it. You'll be able to train harder and you'll recover harder. Train hard, recover hard. Harder. Yep. It's great. A lot of the programs in Swolenormous X are a resistance day and then a yoga or Swolga day. So, yep, go for it. I think you'll be able to train a lot harder. So now that you have a little less frequency, make sure you're pushing it. You can up the intensity. It's great. Ray, Joey does carnivore, but he basically GOTIS. He is basically GOTIS. Who's GOTIS 2.0? What the hell's GOTIS? What's a GOTIS? With the whole, quote, only eat raw meat and avoiding water, but he is also obsessed with black pill. Ray, I have no fucking idea what you said in this entire... I have no idea what is going on. I have no idea what you just said, bro. I have no idea what you just said. I have no fucking idea. I don't know what a GOTIS is. Black pill. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what just happened. All right, we got a call here from Eric.
Hey, Papa Swolio. This is Eric, member for 2 weeks. I'd like to ask you a question. I am a delivery driver for my job, and I have to give out receipts. Should I be wearing vinyl/nitrile gloves, or is there something else I should wear so I don't come in contact with the BPAs and other BPA stuff? Thank you, and you're the best.
Thanks, dude. You have to get our receipts. Yeah, I would recommend it. There are a lot of people that wear the gloves when they're handling stuff. There are people that check out counters and stuff like that wear gloves. I think totally. Absolutely. I would do that. If I had to handle receipts like that and paper like that, sure. You don't want that in contact with your skin. Totally. A lot of people, I mean, maybe this is something on YouTube that I don't, maybe this is I don't go down these rabbit holes. I don't know who Joey is. I don't know what you guys are typing in the chat. Okay, let's see. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the comment, Eric, but I would totally not touch receipts. So whatever you have to do, wear gloves, totally fine. Remember, if you want to submit a question, so tomorrow we have Ask Papa Swolio Live, so we're just taking questions tomorrow. AskPapaSwolio.com if you want to call in. Feel free to call in. Now, Pam, we are going to go balls deep. Good questions, people.
That's deep.
Good questions, people. Appreciate it. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's get into some balls deep content. Who's ready? Who's ready for the balls to slap? Let's see. There we go. Balls deep. We're done with that knowledge crack. All right. Let's see here. All right. Did we do this one? I feel like we did that one. We didn't. Oh, Jesus. Fam, there's no win here. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Come on, fam. Let's get into some. Let's clean this place up. Let's clean this place up. Let's clean this internet up. Sounds like a lot of you what you're. Matthew, I don't either, LOL. I don't speak freaky deaky Dutch. I don't speak freaky deaky.
You're insane, Dutch. Gold member.
All right. Let's see. Delaram, number 1. Delaram, number 1. All right, D. Number 1. This one is titled, or our title in the comments. Oh, it's this Chundergunch. All right. This is called ableism. Ableism. Let's see what we got. Ableism.
Fat phobia and ableism go hand in hand.
They don't.
This culture of ableism that we have.
We don't.
Makes people feel entitled to other people's bodies.
Makes people feel entitled to other people's bodies. In other words, hey, we're going to inject you with some experimental gene therapy. No. You mean that? You mean that kind of entitled to other people's bodies? You mean authoritarianism? You mean that? Is that what you mean? Is that what you're referring to?
And makes people feel like they can look at and judge and pick apart and know you better than you know you.
Wow. Okay.
We choose truth over facts.
So you look like you know you very well. Let me tell you what I know about you. You don't take care of your health. That's what I know about you. Do I know everything about you? Of course not, because you never share any actual information. You just project your own insecurities onto the world. So this is not a ableist culture. You make people feel like you know me, like I know me. It's called a country where you can voice your own opinions. So yeah, if you're going to make videos, I can voice my opinions about them. You're free to make videos about me too if you want. Or you can get off TikTok and go to a therapist and start eating real food and lifting weights and getting quality sleep and meditating, getting some sunlight once in a while. I mean, you look bigger every time we see you on the image, and I wish you the best. I wish you the best. I wish you would take care of yourself. Okay, let's do another one. Fam, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3. My eyes.
What's in the box?
My eyes. My eyes.
You switch the samples.
My eyes. My fucking eyes. Okay. Loretta, number 2. Loretta.
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
Tyler's like, blame me. Number 2, blame me. Sue me, sue me. Sue me. Okay, number 2. Number 2. So we had Tyler and Loretta going number 2. We're going to start with this one. I might have to call an audible. Yeah, I don't know if we can end. No, this might have to be the last one. I'm going to call. No.
Matt Damon.
Come on, man.
No, we're doing this one. You'll know what I mean. We'll do this one. Loretta and Tyler will do this one. The last one, whatever it is we do. All right, so let's pick a different number. Let's do this one. This is called Fat Fab Feminist on CNN. Oh, God. You could just said CNN and I would have been like, oof, let's see this one.
Studies have found that weight discrimination is widespread and is comparable to the levels of racial discrimination in the U.S.
I'll take things that aren't true for 500, Alex. It's the same as racial discrimination, weight discrimination. Stop eating garbage. Take care of your fucking health. Fam, if you're eating shit all the fucking time and you're not exercising, you're getting no sunlight and you're constantly stressed out, yeah, you're going to be fat. There should be some discrimination or some weight discrimination. There should be some fat phobia. Can we have standards anymore? Can't we have like a fundamental level of morality of taking care of your body, taking care of your health? Jesus Christ. Huge pussies. Huge pussies.
This city that I love so dearly
is built. That's a fucking bird's eye view. Look at the size of that. Look, okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. If you're just listening, check this out. Look at this woman. So we've seen these videos before. Look at the guy next to her. She is literally twice the size of this guy. Look at this view. She is literally 2 of him. Tell me that's healthy. Tell me that's healthy. Tell me that's not in her control. I'd love to see how many Happy Meals. Jesus Christ. That's a big one.
That's a huge bitch.
Let's go.
Without my body in mind.
Victoria Abraham testified in support of the New York City
Christ.
bill last month. She is a self-proclaimed fat activist and content creator.
Okay, so again, I know this is a lot of like repeat stuff here, but this is important because the more this makes it to this mainstream, Just it shows how deep and insidious this stuff is. So anyone that's thinking, oh, Papa Swole, all you're doing is covering about fat people. Yeah, look at this. It's eroding our society. Look at this shit. Why is this becoming more and more acceptable? So shut the fuck up and actually speak up. Speak some fucking truth. Do your part. Do your part so we can push this back into the sweep this back under the rug or eliminate it completely. Not the people, the mindset. If you're a fat activist, guess what? You're making money and your career and your love and attention and your following is based on being an activist. So you're going to continue. You get attention for that. Guess what you're going to keep doing? Being a fat activist. You're going to keep on promoting it. When people say, yeah, you're so brave. Yes, queen. You're going to keep on doing it. So it's this vicious cycle of stupidity.
I know I'm fat. That's not a bad thing, though.
Yes, it is. Jesus fucking Christ. This is so frustrating. Look at the size. Look at, holy shit. Look at the woman on the left. Look at the woman on the right. Jesus. Holy fucking hell. Holy hell. 3X. Is that what a 3X is when you talk about sizes? Like you're 3 humans.
And I think the more that we use it as a neutral, as a descriptor, the less power it has.
So the ironic thing, so you're trying to take it back like black people take back the N-word. I think we should use fat as a descriptor. The less power it has. Well, we have to use it a lot because so many people are fucking fat. It is a descriptor. You know what it means? It means you're absolutely enormous. And you are grifting hard. It's gross. It's gross. It's gross. Do I hate her as an individual? I don't. I hate the things she says. I disagree wholeheartedly. And the fact that she's promoting this to weak and susceptible people, I think is evil. So I have no problem calling her what she is. She's enormously fat. She's a fat activist. Oh, you're being mean. She's calling herself a fat activist. I think being fat is the same as being weak. It's the same as being, I want to say, well, it's apathetic to your health. It's the same as saying I'm an activist for terrible lifestyle habits. That's just reframing it. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Do you think that some of the discrimination for fat people happens through unconscious bias?
I think a lot of the biases against fat people are unconscious.
Nope, I'm totally conscious. I'm totally conscious. It's nothing. You mean subconscious? You mean subconscious? Like you're passed out, you're in a coma? Ugh. God, learn some fucking words. Learn how to speak, please. Okay.
They're never called out because our society functions with fat phobia imbued in it.
It doesn't. You mean a doorway fits a human? The door frame doesn't fit my massive fat ass. Whose fault is that?
Weight discrimination has real financial impacts. The average American woman is reportedly a size 16.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. The average American woman, what does that mean anymore, too? A size 16 today is like a size 24 10 years ago. You can just make up these numbers. These numbers don't mean anything. Mama Swolio, by the way, we talk about this a lot. Mama Swolio's size, since I've met her, continues to go down. So she was a 0 or a 2 or whatever it was. Now she can't find clothes. She has to, since we've started dating, she's lost some bloating and stuff like that, but I think she was a 0, but now she's a 000. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, how many zeros are you going to add? Just keeps on fucking, because everyone else is getting fatter. So you can just manipulate women's sizes to make women feel less. That's why Torrid or these like fat brands, well, I'm a Torrid size 1. I'm a Torrid 0. Oh, it makes me feel so fucking thin again. No, you're just so huge, we have to change the entire measurement scale. A torrid size 0 is like a 35 or whatever it is. Just gonna call you like a red dwarf. You know, let's start using planetary. Let's start using astrological or, okay. I guess we'll keep
But one study showed that women considered obese earned $5.25 less per hour than women considered normal weight.
I'm going to stop you right there. How do you want to guess how these studies are going to be biased or manipulated? So obese women earn less. A lot of them are going to be on disability and they're not working at all. So are we taking the average of like, what stats are we taking? They're probably getting sick more often, so they're not working as many hours. So yeah, they're not actually accumulating. Like, what are we measuring here? What are we measuring here? If you're less healthy, you're going to miss more work. If you're less healthy, you're going to be not working as much. If you're less healthy, you're not going to be working maybe higher impact or stressful jobs, which will make more money. If you're morbidly obese, are you working, you know what I mean? Okay.
Walking into a job interview as a fat person, I'm already at a disadvantage.
Facts. I'm not going to argue that. You are. If I had two people if I had two people in front of me that wanted to work for me, forget about my business or anything, period. If I had two people in front of me, both were equally qualified, one was morbidly obese, I would absolutely choose the other person. 100,000% of the time. Do you know why? It's not because, ew, you're gross. That's a subjective opinion. But in terms of your production, in terms of what it shows about your habits, do you care about your health? It shows what you do in your day. It's a byproduct of all your habits. Do you take care of yourself? No. So how is that going to relate to everything else that you do in your life? You're not as mobile. Fact. There's safety hazards. Fact. You're probably going to miss more days of work. Fact. You don't take care of yourself. These are signs of how a person's, these are signs of a person's character.
My weight is a con, right?
Yes.
And regardless of if it's intentional or not.
But there is one thing that will be different if you do decide to pursue the job market. This new law.
Exactly.
Does that make you feel a little bit better?
For sure. This bill is so important because we're having this conversation, because we're talking about what it means to be a fat person existing.
What it means to be a fat person existing in the world. Jesus Christ. I mean, what it means to be a unhealthy person. What it means to be someone that doesn't take care of themselves. Oh, tell me more about your lived experience. Enough.
In the world, that we are being reminded that our bodies should never be a barrier to anything.
We're talking about equal outcome. Go fuck yourself. Go absolutely fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Our bodies should never be a barrier to anything. Well, I think if you're in a wheelchair, you're not running a marathon. Methinks if you're morbidly obese, you're not doing, I don't know, deep sea diving. Yeah, you're not working like construction morbidly obese. This is retarded. In many cases, your body is exactly what will be a limiting factor. I don't have to go through all the different ways. Should it be a limiting factor? Absolutely. Now, is there a job that, is there a job where being morbidly obese, tell me, is there a job where being morbidly obese is a benefit? If that's the case, then hey, do that thing. Is there one? Is there a job where the benefit, being obese, is a benefit? And if that's the case, you can make the argument easily that, well, if you're not obese, it would be harder for you to do that job. Sumo wrestling. Yeah, you're not going to win in sumo wrestling if you're not morbidly obese. All right. Circus fat women. I'm not actually. Now I'm curious. Is there one where being obese is a benefit? Taste testing. Jesus Christ. Getting paid to eat. Is there? Is there a job where there's a benefit to being obese? Is there a job? Is there a job aside from grifting, aside from Tess Holiday or Nico Avocado or, aside from the grifters? This woman's making money. This woman's career is based around promoting sickness and death and disease. That's some sick shit. That's sick shit. And I'm not saying this to be rude. I hate what she stands for, which is a pun because she doesn't stand much. I hate what her words represent. The victim culture, the death and disease, the preying on victimhood, the reframing of the world to blame everyone else for your fucking actions and your fucking problems. So again, I'm not hating on her, but she gives a lot of ammo to talk shit about everything that she represents. The words coming out of her mouth are disgusting and nauseating. And seeing a morbidly obese person fight for all my rights to be obese, your body is exactly what's holding you back. And like I said, there's no shame in what I've no qualms about saying if there's a morbidly obese person and someone who's in good physical condition and they had the same qualifications, 150 billion% of the time, I'm picking the healthier person. I'm picking the person that isn't morbidly obese. Meritocracy. If you could do it, look, if you're obese and you could do a job, just saying, if you are morbidly obese or obese, whatever it is, you're fat and you could do a job better than someone else, that's a conversation. An employer has the right to hire whomever they please. In my opinion, you hire the best person for the fucking job. Okay? The best person for the job. For example, if you have a job where you have a call center and you're doing customer service and there's an obese person who's a really nice person on the phone, they're so friendly, they're really a good person, but they don't take care of their health, they're more okay, and you want to hire that person, fine. Now, if I have a business, I have a health business, right? This is, fitness, a marketing social media company that focuses on fitness and specializes on X, Y, and Z. It's just against our principles for someone to be that unhealthy and not take care of themselves. It wouldn't be someone that I would look at too seriously because it's not a representation of what, my business and my beliefs are as a brand. Especially if it's going to be someone that's front facing. It depends on the individual, but it really depends on what the application is. I totally understand if you have a restaurant, you don't want an obese server necessarily. You want someone who's, takes care of their health. They're going to take less sick days. They're going to be in a better mood. They're more mobile. They're not going to bump into tables. It looks sloppy for a reason. A lot of times people say, well, fat people's associated with sloppiness and laziness. Where's the lie? And some of you are fat. You're obese, but your habits say otherwise. You're making progress. So this is, who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people that are justifying being obese and blaming everyone else for their problems. I'm not talking about people that are still 300 pounds, but they've lost 50 and they're crushing it. I'm talking about the mindset. All right. Everyone starts somewhere. Everyone's making progress. I'm talking about the people like her that are justifying their obesity. Okay. So when you say, well, you can't say that fat people are automatically assumed to be sloppy and lazy. Where's the lie? Are they not sloppy? What does sloppy mean? It's like you don't take care of yourself. You're just, you eat whatever you want. You don't move. Yeah. Are you lazy? Where's the fucking lie? Well, you're not lifting weights every fucking day and going for a walk and eating quality food and taking care of your health. So in that respect, you're lazy as fuck. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. And then, well, I go to the gym and I can't lose weight, so I go to the gym so I don't lose weight. Just because you have a gym membership and you go and you do things doesn't mean you're doing the right things. It doesn't mean all your other habits, exposing your body to all these fucking petrochemicals and endocrine disruptors and birth control and terrible sleep and social media that's stressing you out. people act entitled, like you go to the gym or you have a membership. Well, I exercise and I do fucking Zumba, but I haven't lost any weight because you eat cookies and you stay up all night. So it's like, you're not entitled to anything. Can you? I swear, if you gave me someone who's obese, I can't lose weight. I've tried everything. You do exactly what I say. Not that I would do this, but you come live with me. I would never do that. You come, or like, we have a camp and like, you're only doing these things, right? Like I told you, that fitness idea, right? Auschwitz, right? You come to the camp, we send a train for you, we bring you to Auschwitz, and we make sure that you're getting it done. All right. We'll feed you more than the original. It's Auschwitz. I think it's fantastic. All right. Free showers. It's a great time. You'll eat steak, beef, eggs. It'll be pretty much carnivore, maybe some fruit. You'll be training. You'll have like you will lose fucking fat. You'll lose fat because you're eating real food and you're training and you have good habits. You'll get on a good circadian rhythm. You'll wake up with the sun. You'll go to sleep at sunset. You'll eat properly. You will lose. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It's not possible to stay fat. It's because of your habits. And the problem with that is when the onus is on you, when you realize, oh my God, I and what I do, I am the reason why I'm fat, then you can't blame anyone else. That's why there's all this bullshit. That's why there's all this virtue signaling and identity politics. It's not me, it's you. I'll change the definitions. I'm a fat activist. I'm taking the power back of this word. What fucking power? Where's the shame? Where's the shame? You should be ashamed. You should have shame. There's nothing wrong with shame. There's nothing wrong with strategic shame. There's a reason why people feel shame. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't be eating garbage and drinking all night and staying up watching TV with my hand down my pants, Al Bundy style. I should be lifting. Yeah, I feel a little bit ashamed of myself. I look in the mirror. Oh my God, I look like fucking shit. I feel ashamed. I need to take care of my health. That's why it's important. Make shame great again. It's not fat shaming. It's habit shaming. You're fat because of your fucking habits. People act like they're just naturally fat. You're not. Your habits led you to being fat. But I'm obesity just because I'm obese. Like, you're not. Your habits are leading to the outcome. Again, can you judge a book by its cover? No, but you can see if the book is 700 fucking pages. That's a big fucking book. That's a huge fucking book. 5 fucking volumes. Okay.
Shut up, bitch.
All right. So there's that. What a rant. Okay, Jesus Christ. We're going to do this one, then a throwback. This is the one that I had to pump the brakes on, and you're going to see why. This is horrible. I'm telling you, if you're going to eat food, I know it's before lunch or kind of lunch. If you are sensitive eyes, I'm just giving you a warning, okay? Your eyes are going to burn, bleed. You're going to wish you didn't see this. I'm just telling you, you're going to wish this didn't happen. I just know from the first fucking frame, you're not going to want this to have happened. But it's going to happen. Okay? That's why we're here. I'm going to do it. I'm going through. I'm going through. And if you're with me, let's fucking go. If not, now's the time to leave. I'm never going to tell someone to turn off the podcast. Because that's just ridiculous.
Matt Damon.
But if you don't want to see things that are disturbing, you're going to want to turn off the podcast. Okay. This video title is called, If You Like Women, You Like Trans Women.
Smooth. Very, very smooth stuff. Very classy. I'm learning a lot from you right now, dude.
If you like women, you like trans women. I'm going to just, before we get started, no. A trans woman is a man. That's a man who wants to be a woman for whatever reason and is going to masquerade as a woman and maybe mutilate their body. Fine. If you want, whatever. An adult, you can do weird things. People get their breasts enhanced and butt lifts. It's like, okay, but like an adult, let's not do it with the kids. You're a man. So no, if you like women, you like trans women. No. I don't want to suck dick. I don't want to suck dick. So there's a no there. There's a comment. It's a TikTok, and the comment that it's on the screen that this, whatever the fuck this is responding to, still don't understand what exactly makes not wanting to date trans people transphobic. Nothing. It's not transphobic. This is, again, weaponization. It's the weaponization of this gender dysphoria. It's weaponized. Weaponized identity politics is bullshit. Okay? If you don't want to suck a dick, it doesn't make me transphobic. It means I don't want to suck a dick. Are there guys out there that suck dick? Yes. Yeah. There are. Okay? But no. I like Mama Swolio. You could put on a wig and be like, "Hi, Papa." I'm like, no, I'm sorry. Not my thing. You're not a woman. You're not a woman. So no, it doesn't make you transphobic. So I'm just, okay. I warned you. I gave you plenty of warning. Okay? No one's left. All right, you guys, we're in it. We're in it.
What's in the box? Are there any women here today?
If you like women, you like trans women. Jesus Christ.
All right, I will assume that you asked this question in a way that you really want to learn. So I will explain all the ways that it is okay. Let's say that you're attracted to women. Well, if you're attracted to a woman, then you're attracted to cis women, trans women without bottom surgery, and trans women with bottom surgery. If you're attracted to VJ, then you could be attracted to a cis woman, a trans man without bottom surgery, a trans woman with bottom surgery, or a non-binary person, which, depending on their assigned gender at birth, having or not having had the surgery. But it is that exclusion that makes it transphobic. So, if you say that you like women and you like VJ, then that would mean that you're attracted to cis women and trans women who have had bottom surgery. It is just that exclusion that makes it transphobic. You can have a genital preference, but to exclude trans people is transphobic.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
You can have a genital preference, but it's the exclusion that makes you transphobic. Oh, I can have a genital preference? Oh, thank you. I can prefer a pussy? Why, thank you. But excluding, so I can prefer a pussy, but I have to like dick too. So if I don't like someone who just says, so you're a dude, by the way, in case you didn't know. So if I don't like you, I'm transphobic. Fuck you. You hear get the language play? The manipulation? If I don't like dick, then I'm transphobic. So then I'm an evil bigot and I'm probably a Republican too. Oh. I'm going to storm the Capitol because I'm anti-dick. Fuck you. Seriously. Fuck you. Fuck you. Shut up. Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay. But we have a throwback. We're going to bring this shit around.
Hi.
Ah.
I'm a fat person, and my
No
first appointment.
Telling us you're a fat person is literally unnecessary. Thank you, though.
Also, just establishing right now that like shitty, gross, anti-fat comments will not be tolerated. They will be removed.
Oh, you really think I'm gonna let that happen? Think you're gonna stop me?
You don't want to hear anything you don't like. Well, you're going to hear a lot of it here if you watch the Daily Swole, so fuck off.
I called the practice ahead of time to see if they would be fat friendly, and they responded very enthusiastically with a yes. And so
Are you fat friendly? Yes, we love making money. What doctor's office would turn a fat person away? That's money. That's medication. That's prescriptions. You're a customer.
I did not consent to my height and weight being taken, which didn't feel like a big deal.
Because it's not.
Nobody made a big deal out of it.
No one made a big deal of it except the scale. It was like, holy shit, get the fuck off me.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. Oh, I love the throwbacks. I love the throwbacks. Plus, let's get a little tainty man. Oh, my goodness, man. Look at the tainty boy. Look at the tainty man. Look at the tainty man. Look at my tainted boy. He's my tainted boy. He's my tainted man. Look at my tainted boy. And the church. Tainty and the church. Tainty and the church. Tainty and the church. The churchy beach. Okay. Hoo-wee. That's a lot. Fam, how awesome are the throwbacks? How awesome are the throwbacks? We liking the throwbacks? That's so much. It's so good. Yeah, it's so great after the end because, like, you know, it gets so dark sometimes, but then to have a throwback, oh, it brings the mood back up because, man, I almost forgot that we just saw like this. I don't know what in the Joker, what in the Batman was that? All right, fam, let's get into today's swole card. My goodness. My goodness. Make sure you hit the like button. Everyone, hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. Let's fucking go. Hit the button on the thumbs up button on the YouTubes. Make sure that you are doing so. It helps tremendously. So if you have not hit the thumbs up, it makes a big difference, whether you're a member or not. Like, hit the thumbs up. And tomorrow we have Ask Papa Swolio live. We'll do it in the morning time. 2564. And of course, yesterday's overtime is available now. If you missed the Drive Mulgaining, go and check it out. Let's give away today's swole card. Falcon, take us away. It's a swole slut. It's swole slut time. Clears the palate. That's right. Palate cleanser. Swole slut. Swole slut. Where's my swole sluts at? Who hit it? Who hit it? Matt the Great. Congratulations. Matt the Great. Lowe's has a good sale on car tarps this week. Oh my God. Can you imagine what that was in response to? Matt the Great sent us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2563 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations, Brad Jackson. Carson asked, next time can we get a swole slit card? Oof. That's right. That's right. Bulgarian slit squats. Get those slit squats going, fam. Bulgarian slit squats. Bum, 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 bum. All right. It was an excellent show. My God, did it get horrifying. But make sure you drop a soundboard request. We'll get a couple...
Great Scott!
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if that did it for me.
Bulgarian slit squats.
My name's Forrest Gump.
House is a fucking prison on planet bullshit! In the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks!
Chicks will dig you, or dudes, or whatever gender thing you're into.
Emotional damage!
Come on, don't bullshit me. You make me happy.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the... So you know this, we know the thing.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I got hairy legs.
I arrive in America's airport with clothing, US dollars, and a jar of gypsy tears to protect me from AIDS.
Shampoo my crotch.
Your father was a woman.
Sand. Sand. Sand.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here.
No hands. All right, fam. Very nice. Very nice. I did it. I
better use my strong hand.
Yeah. Ooh, it's chilly in here. Got the breeze going. Let me crank up this hog. Fam, thank you so much for being here. Remember, if you want to check all the things we got going on, everything that I talk about in the show, downloads, join the Swole fam, discounts, everything, in the description, show notes down below. You can head on over to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for 2564 Ask Papa Swolio Live. So if you have not yet submitted your question, call in, askpapaswolio.com. We'll just take tons of calls tomorrow. All right, we'll see you then. Peace, McGeese, deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollies, you children.